Wildcat fans, we are here today, opening drive. This segment sponsored by Roof Masters and Bubba's 33 in Longview, Texas. Today, Guy Walker, myself, head coach Josh Strickland, 1-0 this season. Head coach Josh Strickland. Coach, what's it like coming off of, we all know a week one win's better than a week one loss, but tell me a little bit about Friday night, the feeling after the game.
Yeah, I think it was one where, the guys already early this year, got some instant gratification from all their hard work. It was one of those deals where we didn't have to sit there and continue to preach, hey, it's coming, I promise it's going to be here, just keep working hard. Now they got to feel what it's like early in the season to win a game, and they related. And now their goal is to feel that every single week.
It's almost like you expect it now.
Yeah, and I didn't, I wasn't even thinking about it, but as a program, we've won 4 of our last 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's the expectation. And so, that's my only concern is, and it was the same thing as my concern was at halftime, was sometimes a little adversity and responding is easier than having some success. We were up 16 at halftime, and that was kind of my message. We hadn't been here. We hadn't had this lead at halftime before, so sometimes this is harder than playing from behind, and that's kind of how we're going to approach this week too.
Well, let's talk about a little bit about Friday night.
Yeah.
The good, obviously, we ran all over on the offense. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Can't start any better than a 90-yard touchdown. I knew that was going to be the first play. It was the first play in practice all week. What little film we had, I knew off of motion that we're going to clear the secondary with it and give Ethan an option route and let him do what he needed to do. And Jace gave him the ball, and protection was great. And 90 yards, pretty good way to start the season.
So what you're telling us, you said in practice, we run in first play touchdown right off the bat, boys.
You hope it's a touchdown. That's what
that's
you hope
what you
for.
draw.
But you take a completion.
Yeah, but as soon as I saw the release off the line, I was like, all right, we got a chance. Ethan did a great job right off the line of scrimmage. So,
Well, you had I was sitting in the office, I was saying some film. The offensive line did a outstanding job all night long.
yeah, they really did.
Second half, we got a little bit lazy. Had a couple of penalties against us that we're going to clean up.
Yeah, and hindsight, you always look back as a coach or a player, and I thought the game dictated in the second half that, hey, we need to run the football. Let's let this clock run, because we knew their clock was going to run when they had it.
Oh, yeah.
If the clock runs when we have it, and this second half's going to be quick, let's get out of here, Terrell, Texas, with a win. And, it's nice to be able to run the ball when the other team knows you're going to run it, but those penalties do set you back in that style of play. So, yeah, that kind of hurt us a little bit.
I want to know, Coach, from a personal level, last year, coming back home, week one, full of emotions. Game didn't turn out the way you wanted to.
Right.
Compared to week one, the second go-around. Well, tell me a little bit about the emotions there for you personally.
I thought I was over getting emotional in front of the team, but, every time I go to talk to the team before the game, I'm like, all right, hold on just a second. Let me gather myself for a little bit. And it was the same way. Even in pregame, it was real similar to last year personally, because it's an away game where our stands were packed. And that's an hour and 50 minutes away, and all of Hallsville was there. So that was awesome. That was awesome for our guys. It was a group effort to get everybody there. Big props to a lot of our football coaches. Our football coaches drove football team, band, drill, cheer, everybody there the other night. So, it's totally different in the fact the way the morale of the team and the psyche of the team this year, just because they it's no more. All right, here we go again, kind of like we dealt with last year. We got the win, and they want to get another taste of it.
How do you build onto that? And talk a little bit about Henderson too. We talked about it earlier. It's easier to be the underdog.
Yeah.
And Coach, now you're starting to get a little bit of expectations. You were even moved on varsity top 15 list in their program, and I say this is where you want your program to start going. How do you keep somebody successful?
Okay, like it's things like that is why I had those talks with the team on Monday, and we do a character lesson every Tuesday while the JV's out doing team. And last week was sacrifice is required. This week is don't eat the cheese, because that cheese is sitting right there in that mousetrap ready for you. And if you start listening to everybody and you take a bite of that, start feeling good about yourself, and that trap's going to get you. And so, we try to block all that out because we know this season's a long season. I'm glad that we're getting some recognition for our efforts, but let's be honest, towards our goal, that game did nothing. All that game did is build some momentum so that we can get there when these games start counting.
Yeah, but Coach,
we got to continue to get better.
You got to be honest. That has got to be fun.
Oh, it's fun.
As a personal note.
Oh, yeah.
Your program is getting recognition. Mm-hmm. The community's fired up about that.
Yeah.
But you go everywhere, they're talking about the football team.
Oh man, it's
in a good way.
Oh yeah, it's yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's awesome. It really is. And I think our team is mature enough to handle that. That's for me, that makes me rest a little bit easier because I see it at practice every day through success or whatever. Those guys continue to do what we need to do. But if we let our guard down one little bit Friday night, Henderson has some guys they're going to make you pay. They got a quarterback going to Boston College. They got a safety that's a Division I commit.
Going to TCU.
Yeah, they got some dudes that'll make you pay for it if we start feeling a little bit good about ourselves and not. We're not a good enough team to make mistakes and win. We're not. We're just not.
Right.
So.
Right.
Coach, man, these segments always fly by.
Yeah,
they go too fast. Love to have you more. Fans at home, thank y'all for joining us. This has been the segment sponsored by Roof Masters and Bubba's 33. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys.